Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm your host, Charlie Kennedy with Vail Valley Live. I'm live here in Beaver Creek. We've got Sarah over in Vail Village. We are going to bring you ski tips with Michael Freiberg and also what to wear and what not to wear on the mountain with Trisha's Closet. Also weather, headlines, events, and so much more. Vail Valley Live starts now.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Vail Valley Live, Saturday, March the 26th. My goodness, time flies. I'm Cameron. I'm here in the studio. You just saw Charlie out in Beaver Creek, and Sarah will be joining us from Vail Village. Like they said, lots of stuff to cover today, including the weather, which we're going to jump into right now. This weather report brought to us by the outlets of Silverthorne, where you can find elevated savings just about 45 minutes away from us here in the Vail Valley. But yeah, looking good out there today. It's a warm start to the morning, 7 o'clock sunrise. It's still a little bit overcast this morning as I look out the window. But you see there the temperature, 34 degrees, feeling like 27. But hey, that's a big change from just a month ago. You see there looking over Lion's Head there in Vail. People are moving. See the bus there? Great way to get around town, that bus. But yeah, looking great over there. Looking to the weekend and into the middle of next week. A little sunshine today. High of 56 degrees for our high. 59 for our high tomorrow. Some clouds rolling through. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to see a bit more cloud cover and chance of precipitation. Hopefully a little bit of snow. We haven't gotten any snow in the last 24 hours. But hey, look at that. 6 inches projected for Wednesday in both Beaver Creek and Vail Village. Hopefully a total accumulation of 8 inches over the next 5 days. Definitely much needed for that snowpack. But yeah, so that's a quick look at the weather. We'll be checking back in with that. I know it's going to warm up a little bit. We saw that high of 56 for later in the day. But we've got our hosts out in the field. They're not having to brave the cold too much today. We've got Sarah in Vail Village, Charlie in Beaver Creek. Let's see if we can bring them in, check in with them. Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Oh, there she is.
There they are. Well, while Charlie's getting set, Sarah, how are you this morning? Looking great over there by the covered bridge. What's happening?
That's right. It is a beautiful morning in Vail. Like you said, so much warmer than just a couple weeks ago. Got the jacket on, just a light layer with my melly underneath. It's a beautiful sunrise, nice pink and purple skies as I was driving in, and you can tell it's the weekend. Lots of activity, people heading to work, heading to Loaded Joe's to get that cup of coffee before they hit the slope. So it's starting to come alive over here in Vail Village.
Absolutely. The Loaded Joe's is one of my favorite spots for that last-minute snack before you get out there on the slopes. A little burrito, a little breakfast sandwich.
Yeah. So convenient, right in the parking garage. The bus is let off right there. So a nice place to duck in and grab a bite to eat and a coffee before you head up on the mountain.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, we'll be checking back in with you quite a few times here today. I know you'll be out and about. But Charlie's over in Beaver Creek doing a little relocating. Charlie, how are things over there in Beaver Creek?
Good morning, Cameron. Not too bad this morning. I'm happy. It's only about 35 degrees out. Feels like 28. The sunrise is looking gorgeous over the mountain. We're just down the escalator from Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, which if you haven't been there, you should go there. They've got some great teas. I love their green tea, their Japanese green tea. They've got lots of pastries. I mean, if you like empanadas, they've got those. So there's lots to offer. But yeah, it's kind of quiet here in Beaver Creek. I've seen about 2 people, mostly staff this morning, and a mountain dog. So yeah, it's really quiet this morning.
Yeah, what a treat. We saw the mountain dog with you just before the show. A little cute little St. Bernard. So you mentioned the food there in Beaver Creek there, Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. Do you have for me, I'm getting a couple runs in and I get a little hankering for a snack. Is that where you would go in Beaver Creek if you were needing a little 5-minute break for your legs while you're skiing?
Personally, I mean, I love anywhere on the mountain to eat. That's great. I especially love to set up my deck chair outside. If you're not making reservations, then you can sit outside up at the top of the lodge. But down here at the Chop House, I like that location and that sea bar right there because you're just looking at the mountain. It's a great après spot. You can just people watch. It gets quite busy in there, but I like the vibe in there. So that's usually where I go to grab a cocktail if I'm drinking, which I'm not right now. But yeah, I think it's just a gorgeous view over the mountain. I'm happy if I can see the skiers and I can see the mountain. That's my spot.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, Charlie, we'll be checking back in with you as well later in the show. So, it's not too cold, but do stay warm and bringing us all the fun and vibes definitely this morning over in Beaver Creek.
Hey, Cameron. Cameron.
We've got so much happening. Emma, are you...
I'm talking to you.
Okay, let me pull my monitor out. What's going on? What's happening?
We have a special Saturday treat for you.
A special Saturday treat?
Our lovely team member Blake is in the studio today, so
I
thought
goodness.
we'd get...
It's a random brown bag. Enjoy the moment. This is from Blessed Burrito. I'm trying to see if I can hold it up so our viewers can read it. Enjoy the moment.
Wow.
From our friends over at Blessed Burrito. Emma asked me, and it's the cutest little bag of hot sauce. Emma asked me on Wednesday, she was like, what's your burrito order? I said, pork. Give me the pork burrito. But these are from our friends here. I think they're based in Eagle Vail or based in Avon.
Yeah, they're in Avon, and they don't have a storefront. You just shoot them a text.
That's right.
I just texted Moxie yesterday and was like, hey, can we have some burritos? And he was like, sure, fam.
Hey,
so anyway, Blake and I just want to say happy Saturday to you.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
We're also enjoying our burritos.
We'll be enjoying this very piping hot burrito throughout the show. And we thank you all for watching. You're checking in with us on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to chime into the chat. Let me know what kind of burrito you prefer this morning. And if you're watching us on Outside Television, you're on channel 17, and we thank you for tuning in there as well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, so much more to cover. Headlines, weather, events, so much happening. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
We decided it's time to put a different kind of power tool in your hands. Store Mode in the Home Depot app gives you in-store tools made to help you get more done. To guide you every step of the way and explore products quickly with the scan. That way you get the top brands at the best prices without missing a beat. It's made for doing. Download the Home Depot app and see how doers get more done.
Welcome back, folks. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Got a little coffee brought to us by Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. They're presenting the headlines this morning. We already talked about them. They're right there in Beaver Creek where Charlie is. And just an easy spot to pop in, grab a quick little drink, a little pastry, and get back out there for a few more laps. But Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea bringing us our headlines today. And on the front page, a beautiful photo of a bald eagle there. There along the Colorado River. Incredibly gorgeous bird of prey to see there. But the main headline there, under 500 grand, good luck. Yeah, I'm talking about the real estate market. It is popping off here in Eagle County, but it's not really doing too much for those of us with a smaller budget. But it's got some interesting information about the statistics of what's been sold and how things are moving here in the valley. What's really interesting is that second by the numbers bullet there. You see it, 10% decline in the number of transactions for 2022 compared to January and February of 2021. So fewer transactions, but it's really those higher priced properties that are moving. So lots to find out there on A3. And on the flip side there, A2, old friends, new ideas. So the town of Vail has partnerships with 3 towns in Switzerland, Mexico, and Japan. And some of our town leaders went over to St. Moritz for a quick little trip. And we should see a return visit from those partners over from Switzerland here in the next couple of years. Really interesting, just kind of political friendships, partnerships across the world. Traffic, we're going to talk about that here in a second, but we're going to see a bit more construction, road work, starting back up on I-70 April to August. And you see quite a few different things there that will be taking place. Exciting things, but not necessarily the most fun to sit through. One particularly interesting piece here is the I-70 project between Frisco and Silverthorne. That's a project that was, I think, meant to be completed already, but it's been extended through September of 2023. So that's on page A26. And let's see, what else have we got in here, Emma? SOS Outreach received a tremendous donation, a $100,000 donation to Eagle County's SOS program. So really great moment for them. Great momentum for them for all of their programs. And you see a really wonderful photo of some of their program participants there in Aspen and on a field trip to learn about different career opportunities. And then this is, of course, our really interesting pop-up sushi bar that's taking place over in the Grand Hyatt in Vail. Really successful. You can find it right next to the axe throwing booth. So lots happening there. At the Grand Hyatt. Congrats to them for the success that they've found with the pop-up sushi bar. So, quick look at our headlines. You know, lots of things happening. Emma, if we could take a look at the traffic. We talked about that road work that's going to be starting up. I think I saw some of the road signs saying that night work is happening on I-70 starting on the 3rd of April. But we've got traffic cams here. Traffic's moving beautifully, easily. Not too backed up today. And we're still seeing a little bit of spring break traffic. I say a little bit, a lot of spring break traffic, but things are moving well this morning. Yeah, so looking good here. And yeah, that's a quick look at weather or headlines, traffic. Emma, who have we got in the field?
Yeah, she has a beautiful shot.
Wow, look at that. Sarah, you found the creek. Looks gorgeous.
That's right. Right here on the International Bridge, and so much happening. Of course, it's never too early to start talking opera. So I'm right here at Gore Creek. I've got the stage that's on the International Bridge just to my right, and then the Jumbotron you might remember from the Winter Olympics. They've got that here. So lots of fun options. Mid-mountain today from 1 to 3. DJ Pippin will be spinning. That should be a lot of fun and a great way to enjoy the sun up there. And then make your way down to the bridge, and it's going to be Turntable Review Trio. They always put on an awesome show. They're just going to be right here on the International Bridge stage from 3 to 6, which brings me to a very important question. Cameron, Emma, and Blake, what's your DJ name?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Wait. I have mine. I know what it is. It's DJ Cash Cam. I don't know. I've never put it into practice, but I think that's what it would be.
You've put a lot of thought into
Somehow
this.
I feel you would have one on lockdown. Perfect.
Gosh, Blake, what's your DJ name? He doesn't have one. Okay, Sarah, we'll get back to you on that. Blake and I have some thinking to do about that.
For our viewers who are watching at home, Emma producing the show this morning, and Blake, who's one of our phenomenal camera ops, is stepping in, learning the ropes as a producer. So they're going to work on our producer names.
Charlie, do you have a DJ name?
Oh, geez, pressure. No, I mean, I wouldn't want to go anything cheesy. So, I mean, it could just be DJ Kennedy, even though that's my maiden name. I don't know. That was lame.
DJ Kennedy on the ones and twos.
Can we say like DJ Bowie or something in honor of your son?
Yeah, I love that. Hey, do you know what? I actually went to the ballet last weekend here at the Villar, and they had, the first act was all music from Bach, and the second act was all music from Bowie, David Bowie. And I've never been a David Bowie fan, even though I have a son called Bowie. It wasn't because of David Bowie. And oh my goodness, now I'm a David Bowie fan. The music, the dance, the choreography, the costumes, I mean, those performers, they've just sold me on David Bowie. It was so good.
Oh my goodness, incredible. Well, Sarah, before we go too far, what is your DJ name?
Well, so this is an interesting story here. When I was growing up, my nickname was Sassafras. That's what my parents used to call me. I might have a little bit of sass in my attitude from time to time. So my DJ name is DJ Sassafras.
DJ Sassafras. Isn't that also like a term for like root beer? Or like an alternate name for
I feel like there's a movie, a Western movie, or sarsaparilla. There's something.
Sarsaparilla, that's it.
Exactly. So, yeah, bringing a little sass to the morning show this morning.
Absolutely, incredible. Oh, we've got a few people in the chat. Tara loves the show. Oh, Ride Divide says happy Saturday. If Blake, is that you? I knew it. Incredible. All right. Well, thank you all. We're gonna check back in with you here in a little bit. I know that Sarah brought us a little bit of what's happening, the Vail opera scene today. Lots to enjoy there. Personally, I will be emceeing an 80s costume contest at Golden Peak. So.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be the MC?
I am going to MC. I'll be like, and the taco costume. It's gonna be lots of fun. So if you're on the mountain today over in Vail, come check it out. I think it's 2:00.
Wait, we have it right here.
I think it's just included in the Ultimate 80s weekend, and it's gonna be lots of fun.
You're emceeing at 2:00.
I think 2:00 during like the band set breaks. They're gonna have some costume contest.
Are you gonna be wearing a costume?
I haven't decided yet. I'll have to really pull something together.
You need to.
I know. We're gonna think about that. We're gonna go to a break while I think about what costume I'm gonna wear. Gonna get my like big like aviators or something. Like maybe I'll wear a mohawk. Who knows? Bleach the tips. That's 20. Anyway, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block & Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
The Kit Kat you love, with a minty flavored dark chocolate delicious twist. Kit Kat Duos mint and dark chocolate. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Oh, hello, folks. Got a little friend here. This is Blake. Blake's one of our camera operators.
Hello.
He's learning the ropes on producing today, but got some burritos.
Yeah, we just wanted to share the messages that were written on the burritos. Make today amazing, smiley face.
Smiley face, of course.
And then the other burrito is savor the day.
Incredible. So, and not forget, enjoy the moment. And this is a...
And fam.
Oh, that's cute.
So, thank you so much.
I wanted to pull Cam on because Blake, Cam doesn't have an 80s costume.
Yeah.
As of right now.
And I just happen to be wearing the Hawaiian shirt, so.
Incredible. So I have a banana shirt that I think I'm gonna wear. Yeah. It's just a plain button down shirt, little bananas on it. I wonder if that's gonna count.
I think that will count.
Okay.
That'll be perfect actually.
So we've had a very productive break. We've got the burritos out. We've got a costume for me. Blake, appreciate it, bud.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, Emma, are we going to do a quick little look at the weather?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. We're going to hold for a second. I'm going to shift my chair back. I don't even have a bite of a burrito.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
Well, I had a bite of the burrito during the tagline. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Anyway. The weather. So, already in the mid-30s, 34 degrees for a high right now. We're going to get up to 56 degrees later today. Beautiful. Bluebird, sunny day. Doesn't get much better than that. Springtime here in the mountains. It is happening. It is here. Looking at the rest of the weekend into the next week. Sunshine today, like we said. A little bit of cloud cover tomorrow. Sunny on Monday. And then back to the clouds. A little chance of snow into Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're looking at a total hopeful accumulation from our friends over at Open Snow of 8 inches in both Beaver Creek and Vail over the next 5 days. So lots of hopeful, good spring snow. Build that snowpack up. And we've played the crawl for the grooming report for Vail. So you see that at the bottom of your screen. And I just want to bring to your attention that it is Saturday, which means that Blue Ox is groomed. So
our favorite.
I love Blue Ox. You could just get straight down the hill there. I was trying to look, Emma, do you have it up, the number of total runs over in Vail? There we go. 267 trails are open, so just missing a few there at the end. 26 of 32 lifts. And then over in Beaver Creek, 168 of 169, so 99%, plus all of the lifts are open. And Emma, question for you. Is Royal Elk open back up?
Okay, I don't know, but I think that's why Beaver Creek went from 100% to 99. We should dig into that.
You're right. For our viewers that may be wondering, what are you talking about? A couple weeks ago, there was a moose, a very angry moose, who was just kind of stomping around Royal Elk Glade, and it closed the run because there was an angry moose. And the joke was that he was mad because it was Royal Elk and not Royal Moose. Anyway.
Thanks, Ken, for that.
Lots of fun being had. All right, so
let's talk Beaver Creek.
Yeah, Beaver Creek. So we just talked about Vail Opry events, but Beaver Creek has a lot happening this weekend, and I know that Charlie is standing by in the village. Charlie, give us the rundown. What's happening in Beaver Creek this weekend?
Well, Cameron, I am down here at the base, and you've got the beautiful ice rink, which is my happy place. I love this ice rink so much, if you haven't heard me say that a million times before. But tonight is the final DJ Fun Fest with DJ Courtney, and that's going to be at 4 to 5:30 here in the base of the village. It's part of the Bloom events. It's part of the Extraordinaire Beaver Creek. And so that's happening. It's super fun. You can play carnival-style games, win prizes, and enjoy the music from DJ Courtney. So that will be this evening. And catch that DJ Courtney. And then also at the Valar, if you can see behind me, there's an escalator down to the Valar Center. But we have a show this evening at 7:30 p.m. And it's a 3-time Grammy Award winner. And tickets start around $78. And you can catch him tonight at the Valar Center. So it's super fun. Come on down. You can get your tickets at valarpack.org. Taj Mahal Sextet is his name. So catch him, 3-time Grammy Award winner. Super fun. So that's the concert here this weekend at the Valar Center, right behind me. And if you haven't been to a show at the Valar, it's super fun. Like I said, I went last weekend to the ballet. But the theatre is so gorgeous, it's so beautiful. Grab some food and some drinks and enjoy the show.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's incredible. And I think that their last show for the winter season is April the 1st. So folks are running out of time to get a show in. But they'll be back in the summer. I think you saw some of those June dates. But yeah, Charlie, when you saw the ballet, I think it was Complexions Contemporary Ballet out of Atlanta. You mentioned it was Bach to Bowie. That was their program. What was like the standout moment, or was there a standout moment for you in that show?
Overall, I've never seen a show with such a different time period of music going on. So we've gone from real old school Bach and to classical contemporary ballet, real tightly clean, trained, precise contemporary ballet. And then you move on to Bowie and the whole of Act 2, and it was just a new take on ballet that I personally haven't seen before, and the choreography was just so different and so incredible. It was just a take I had never seen on ballet, and I grew up in, you know, an old school trained ballet school, and it was very prim and proper, very old school ballet. And so to see just the different angles in the bodies and the, you know, just the composition of the whole show, I'd never seen such diversity put together like that. And it makes you think, you know, as a choreographer, because now I just choreography on the ice. I don't choreograph on the stage, but it's made me think as a choreographer in a completely different way, and pushing the boundaries of typical contemporary ballet and just dance in general, or performance in general, and the way the body can move. It was just amazing.
Absolutely. And what was the audience reaction to that show?
Well, first act was very composed, and it was quite, you know, reserved. And then second act, the audience was up dancing. They were literally on their feet, dancing to the David Bowie songs. The performers did an amazing job getting the crowd going. Obviously, everybody loved the music that was happening. I didn't know any of the words, but people were on their feet dancing, singing. And it was just so cool to watch, you know, the show and have the audience interact like that.
Absolutely. Well, like you mentioned, tonight's show, the Taj Mahal Sextet, tonight at 7:30. 7:30 there at the Villar. Well, thanks so much, Charlie, bringing us all the things happening in Beaver Creek. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Before we go to break, you know, for those of you who've got, you know, there's a month left. Well, a month and a day left, or a few, left in the ski and ride season here in Vail. Closing day is May the 1st. There's still time for you to get a few new tips and tricks under your belt. And Michael Freeberg has a selection of drills to really get you on the hill and moving this morning. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Michael Friedberg. I'm a former U.S. ski team athlete and former program director at Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. I've done a lot of coaching and even more skiing over the years, and I'm excited to share some of my knowledge with you guys. The only way to truly improve your skiing is to break it down into its component parts. If you've read Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers, what I'm talking about is deep practice. That's what we're going to be doing here, breaking down skiing into its component parts and helping you get to the next level. I'm going to introduce you to my favorite progression of drills. Drills are super important, and I like to do them every morning. I did them as an athlete, and I do them with all the athletes that I work with. What it does is it brings your focus to your skis. All of these drills can be done as a progression in one run, and from there, you'll be ready to rip. The first drill we're going to do today is a bit of a central nervous system warm-up. It's called 1,000 steps. What we're going to do is get into an athletic position and run our way through the turn. It's going to be goofy, and it's going to kind of throw what you know about skiing out the window, break up your established movement patterns, and get you ready to progress in the sport. We're going to make a nice, big traverse across the hill. And we're going to focus on an athletic position. And by that, I mean knees over toes, lots of pressure in the front of the boots, stacking our hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, arms extended in front of our body, keeping in mind that we want our elbow well in front of our body pillar. We're not really going to worry about pole planting for this drill, but we are going to get a nice flex in the boot. And what we're going to do is simply run through the turn. And what that's going to do is it's going to break up those existing movement patterns and help you get into a mindset to progress. We're going to move on to edging. And edging is tipping the ski on edge by moving your knees to the inside of the turn. And when you do this, you're going to want to have a lead change. So I'm sure at some point in your ski career you've heard someone talk about having weight on a downhill ski. By having weight on a downhill ski, it's going to cause that leg to fall behind your other one, creating something we call lead change. And the reason that's important is when you push your knees to the inside of the turn, if you have lead change, your hips will fall over that downhill ski, producing good power into the snow. If they're not, and you push your knees to the inside of the turn, this hip escapes, creating a weak banked position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide and edge. Slide, edge. So I want you to feel what it's like to tip that ski on edge and really get purchase into the hill with that downhill ski. The third drill is called the crab drill. If you've ever seen a crab move on dry land, it moves side to side, not front and back. So we're gonna take that tipping and angulation drill that we just did, and we're gonna bring it down the hill. So we're gonna start in a wedge, but don't think snowplow where you're pushing your foot away from you. Think about tipping the ski on edge, which is gonna allow you to create a ton of pressure in the front of the boot, giving you great angle in your ankle and your knee. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tip to the inside. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna really load up the ski, which is gonna make us move across like a crab. Focus on having 4 points, 2 on your hips, 2 on your shoulders, and your vision facing down the hill. Don't lose that stacked body position. Take your arms with you. All right, this next drill is all about transitions. How do you get from one downhill ski to the next? It's through the process of transition. And that's one of the many things that separates intermediate from expert skiers. So I'm gonna use this traverse to go through my mental checklist, think about my stacked body position. Right here, I'm gonna plant my pole lightly and pick up my downhill ski, forcing my weight onto the new ski. And I'm gonna think about pressuring the ski from the tip through this part of the turn and achieving speed control early, not late. Once I finish the turn, I'll put my weight equally back on both skis through this traverse where I'm gonna recheck my body position. Same thing, plant, pick up, weight the tip of the new ski, and all the way back in traverse. Plant, pick up, weight the new ski, and all the way back into traverse. All right, on to the Javelin Turn. This is the last drill in my progression, and it's my favorite. It brings together components of every drill we've done this far. So, as always, we're gonna focus on that stacked body position. We're gonna combine the squareness of the crab drill with the transitions that we worked on in a transition drill. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer weight, much like the transition drill, so that we're getting early pressure on a downhill ski, and we're gonna take the uphill ski and point it down the hill, which is gonna bring my hip and shoulder and vision into the fall line, much the way that we did in the crab. It's a bit of a complicated one, but stick with it. I promise it's worth it. It'll take your skiing to the next level.
Thanks for checking out my drill progression. Give them a shot. Spend some time breaking down your skiing, and I promise you will see progression. If you have any questions, feedback, or ideas about what you'd like to see next, please leave them in the comments.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save.
I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
Take a piece of chocolate if you're the tallest. Take a piece of chocolate if you're better at eating your vegetables. Take a piece of chocolate if you love sharing.
Winter is coming, and you can enjoy every minute with Outside Plus, your membership to the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the backcountry or your local trails, Outside Plus has you covered. With expert advice on gear, product discounts, premium access to Outside TV and the Gaia GPS app, and inspiring content delivered from the most respected names in the outdoors. Become an Outside Plus member today to get free tickets and VIP access to this year's Warren Miller film. Join at warrenmiller.com/Outside Plus.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Welcome back, folks. Beautiful Saturday morning. Cameron here in the studio. We've got Charlie out in Beaver Creek, Sarah in Vail Village. We're bringing you everything you need to know this morning, and that includes the weather. So if you haven't stepped outside yet this morning, it is beautiful. 34 degrees right now, climbing up to 56 later in the day. Beautiful sunny day. There is a chance of some flurries here in Vail over the next couple hours, but not a very high percentage, and certainly not very much precipitation. Looking into the weekend and into the middle of next week, though, that does start to change. We've got some beautiful, warm days up ahead for us today, tomorrow, into Monday. But then Tuesday and Wednesday, the temperature starts to back off a little bit. Clouds start to come in. We're looking at hopefully an accumulation of up to 8 inches of snow over the next 5 days. And you see here on the screen from our friends at Open Snow. 2 inches Tuesday, 6 inches Wednesday, 2 till the end of time for there in Beaver Creek and Vail. So a little bit of snow coming in, a little bit of springtime snow showers. I did want to bring up, I saw this on the road yesterday. I went down to Denver and saw Hamilton. A friend of mine from college was in the show. But on the way back, I saw some of the road signs that, warning about increased avalanche danger. So just be careful when you're out on the slopes today, and especially when you're in the backcountry. Make sure you have a partner. Make sure you let people know where you're going, and be really cautious of those steeper slopes. So increased avalanche danger as we get into some warmer weather. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of great terrain, groomed and otherwise, here in Vail and Beaver Creek. Looking right here at the Beaver Creek grooming report, total of 56 runs groomed for us. So of the 168 that are open, 56 of those pieces of terrain or those trails are groomed at Beaver Creek. And then in Vail, we've had the crawler going across, but 267 trails are open in Vail for you to enjoy today. And like we said earlier, Saturday, Blue Ox is groomed. Make sure you get on over there. It's also a little bit quieter on that side. Not as many people get all the way over there. That's just beyond Golden Peak. But yeah, so lots to enjoy on the mountain. Be sure to be safe. Like I said, increased avalanche danger with the warmer weather coming in. So be sure to be careful.
Hey, Cam, before we go anywhere, Rodney's wondering where you went on your cruise.
Oh, absolutely. So Rodney, good friend Rodney, a longtime viewer of the Vail Valley Live show, asked where I went on my cruise. So you may notice I'm a little bit more tan than I was perhaps the last time you saw me. I went and visited my girlfriend Rachel on her cruise ship this past week. So Rodney, we sailed out of Miami. I joined the ship there in Miami. We went down. We were meant to stop in Costa Maya, Mexico. Got canceled because of weather. That pier is a little bit dangerous. That's just some insider info for you. But then we made it down to Harvest Key, Belize. So it's a private island there in Belize. Down to Roatan, Honduras. Had a sea day. Stopped in Key West. Love Key West. Beautiful. And then back to Miami. So a quick little 7-day cruise, but it was great to visit with Rachel. So much food and drink and time to spend with her. But I see Emma is pulling up a little screen for me that Sarah has found some sunshine herself, maybe getting her own little tan there in Vail. Sarah, you got the sunglasses on? What is going on over there?
That's right, Cameron. It is a gorgeous day. I'm right here on the Pepe's deck. Of course, it's never too early to start making those ombre plans. So right here on Bridge Street, Vail Village, I've got, of course, Fall Line ahead of me, Lancelot, El Segundo just behind me. So lots of great patios to catch some rays, swap those ski stories, and lots of fun opera options today. I think you're going to be the costume contest judge over at Golden Peak, and they've got Rewind playing. If you haven't seen these guys, they are always so much fun. They put on a great show in the full 80s costumes, decked out, and then just high energy. They're so fun to see. And then, of course, Amanda Ray and the Reaganomics after that. So shaping up to be a really fun afternoon in Vail.
Absolutely. So, Sarah, if you could recommend like an agenda for people this afternoon, like where would you start? Like, I mean, you've gone skiing, you've gone riding. Where would you start, and kind of where would you go from there?
I would probably start right at the base of Gondola 1. They've got a couple great options there. Seven Hermits has a really nice patio, fun local spot. Of course, Red Lion, lots of live music. And then just work your way down Bridge Street. So maybe grab a bite to eat at Fall Line on their patio, and then just continue through the village. It's a fun choose-your-own-adventure, and on a sunny afternoon like this, it's going to be busy, and lots of great food and drink options here in the village, and plenty of live music. I was skiing in Beaver Creek yesterday. I took a couple Rose Bowl laps, and it is still skiing so well, nice and soft. I had just had on a thin base layer, no jacket, and it was a gorgeous day. And the costumes are already out. So I saw a few folks in board shorts and a few interesting costumes. So we've still got just over a month here in Vail. So make sure to break out those fun spring skiing outfits.
Absolutely, yeah. The Steez is alive and well. And speaking of costumes and outfits, our friends over at Vail Skate Supply, I think that's Barry actually, says that we love Blake's shirt. We sure do. Sarah, do you have like a go-to costume if you're gonna hit the slopes like really decked to the nines?
So Cameron, I have an entire bin of costumes in my garage. My birthday's right before Halloween. I've always been a big costume person. So I've got, a few different closing day outfits, a few different options. The Hawaiian shirt's always a go-to. So if you need something for your judging this afternoon, I can hook you up. I've got several costumes that I can make happen. The coconut bra and the lei and the grass skirt, always a
Set.
pleaser. Have to wait for a sunny day for that one.
So I think next weekend. So this weekend is the ultimate '80s weekend there for Vail Opry. But next weekend, I believe, is their beach weekend. So I might hit you up for that coconut bra. What I need, actually, do you have, I don't know if you do, but do you have one of those shirts that's like a huge oversized white shirt that's like a person like super fit in a bikini or like swim trunks?
I do not have one of those. I need to obviously add to the costume collection. I'm lacking that one, but I've got a few options. We can talk after the show, and I'll get you all set up.
Definitely. I know that with closing day coming up, lots of folks go with a theme for their friend group on closing day. Do you have that planned out just yet, Sarah?
We don't have that planned out. My favorite thing to do on closing day: go up, take a few runs before it gets too crazy, and then just sit on one of the decks with my friends. And the people watching is so amazing. A couple years ago, we were on the Seven Hermits deck, and there was an entire group of mariachi bands. So they were decked out, the sombreros, the jackets, the guitars, the instruments. I think that's my favorite costume I've seen on closing day.
The full send was in full send mode, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Sarah, enjoy the sunshine there at Pepe's. Looks like you're having a great morning there in Vail. We'll check back in with you once again before we close out the show. But we've talked a lot about food today. I still got my burrito to finish eating. We talked about Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, but some folks that you don't always see in front of the camera, Rachel and Emma, took a trip down to Joe's Deli for lunch. Enjoy this.
It's Wednesday. Rachel and I are hungry, and we're in Vail Village.
Yep.
So we're gonna go get some lunch.
Yeah, where do you want to go?
Joe's Deli's a good spot.
Ooh, Joe's, let's do it.
You know who Rachel and I just ran into walking out of the Kimosabi store?
Ty!
How's it going? Where are you going?
Ty, do you want to come to lunch with us?
It depends on where you're going.
We're going to
Joe's Deli.
Hey, that's my other middle name, Joe. Joe's Famous Deli.
Let's go.
We just learned from our friend Javier that actually Joe's Deli started as an ice cream place. It started as ice cream. And they still have it, and it is good. Okay, so we just got our sandwiches. I got the Hobby Special. You guys got
rosemary chicken, excuse me, but on the grill. Oh, he got the Italian sub.
Like Ty has gotten for the past 20 years. We are sitting with a local legend.
Hey. really good
These are
sandwiches.
really good sandwiches.
So Rachel, you've been to a lot of eateries around Vail.
I have.
What's your top sandwich?
Hoggy special. Honestly, this is like top. I mean, it is. I'm a sandwich girl. I love Smiling Moose. I love ordering. Like, there are some good sandwiches places around here. I will say, Joe's Deli. Not only is it just so conveniently located in Vail Village, steps away from the mountain, it is spacious. It is a good vibe in here, and the food, the sandwiches are honestly exactly what I was looking for. You know.
Picture this. You just caught first chair, 8:30. You've skied it hard. You've gone through all of the back pools, and you are tired, and you're going to call it early. It's like 1:30, and it is lunchtime. You decided not to stay on the mountain, so you head down. You're walking through the village. Just hang up right. This is right under on Bridge Street. So right when you walk past the Red Lion, you'll see a little sign that says Joe's Deli. Walk in, and it's the kindest people.
It's awesome.
It's the kindest people.
The staff, the people that made our sandwiches, the guys back there are phenomenal. They're so friendly. They're helping us, walk through the menu and all the items they have, the hot chocolate,
This tastes really good.
all the milkshakes, the ice cream. This place is seriously, I would go as far to say, one of the best spots in Vail.
Thanks, Joe! Hey, if you're curious about where else you can eat in Vail, Rachel and I will pop in every now and then to give you an insider look on the best places.
This is definitely one of them. Joe's Deli, check them out.
It's 5 a.m. and
I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage, 7,000 dahlias, vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is my happy place. We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to mow.
there's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Hi, I'm Hillary at Squash Blossom Vail, and today I'm going to talk to you about gemstones and their meaning. For many of centuries, people believe that gemstones have meaning. In fact, I believe it as well. Rubies are known for passion and good fortune. Emeralds, rebirth and fertility. In fact, Cleopatra used to wear them. And then rose quartz is for unconditional love. Turquoise is the nature stone and provides protection. Moonstone, new beginnings. And then aquamarine is for good luck.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
Folks, welcome back. It's already 8:20 this morning. Time flies when you're having fun. A quick look at the weather. Hey-oh, it's getting warm today. 34 right now. Looking down valley as well. Down in Eagle is also about 34, 35. So really kind of consistent across the entire Eagle County region. But yeah, look at this over in Lion's Head. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. It's a brisk 37. My goodness. But yeah, lots to enjoy today. High of 56. Tomorrow, high of 59. We've got some sunshine here tomorrow and into Monday. We've got some clouds coming in. A little snow chances picking up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Seeing a little bit of snow, maybe up to 6 inches on Wednesday in both Beaver Creek and Vail. Much needed for sure.
I think it's safe to say it's t-shirt skiing weather.
Wait, say that one more time.
It's t-shirt skiing weather.
T-shirt, absolutely. Board shorts, t-shirts.
Yeah.
But you gotta go. You know what? Well, you should always wear a helmet, absolutely. But maybe if you can put like a visor around your helmet, a visor with no goggles. I don't know. Anyway, the Steez is alive and well.
Costume?
I love a good visor. Anyway. But yeah, so lots to enjoy weather-wise. Got a little snow coming in middle of next week. Terrain's looking great. 168 total trails in Beaver Creek, 267 here in Vail. Emma, can we go back to the grooming report for Beaver Creek real quick? So yeah, there you see 56 runs open in Beaver Creek, including my favorite, Latigo, however you like to pronounce it. That's an old joke. We'll probably move past that at some point.
Latigo is the hyphenated name, I think.
That's right.
It's the Cameron Morgan.
That's right. Cameron, it says it's Latigo. Anyway, but yeah, lots to enjoy for sure. And I do want to check in back with Charlie. I know she's been hanging out in Beaver Creek. Let's see if we can get Charlie back. But yeah, it's gorgeous out there. Look at that. Charlie, you found the sunshine as well. Absolutely amazing. How is it looking? Getting a little busier there now as well?
A tad. We were just down by the bridge over the river, and there was some buses unloading some skier traffic, so it is starting to get busy here, especially by Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. People are getting that caffeine fix. But there's about 4 people in the gondola line, which doesn't open till 9 a.m., so that's probably why it's a slower start here in Beaver Creek. Right behind me, you can see the beautiful corduroy. You've got the sun coming up over the mountains. And then just to the other side of me is Strawberry Park. And if you take Strawberry Park Express lift up, you can actually ski all the way over past Bachelor Gulch. And you can make your way over to Arrowhead Mountain, where live music begins tomorrow for this weekend. And you've got local band The Laughing Bones playing from 2 till 5. And you can catch drink specials, $10 margaritas and $10 Bloody Marys, $18 to $25 pitchers of beer, depending on the beer of choice. But get there early so you can get a good spot on the patio. If you're coming from Bachelor Gulch or Beaver Creek Main Mountain, make sure you get there, but be careful that the lifts do close at 3:30. So if you're skiing back over, don't post up too long if you've got to make your way back over here. But yeah, you can access that behind me at Strawberry Park Express.
Absolutely. And am I understanding correctly that parking is free over in Arrowhead? Is that right?
Yes, apparently so, which I didn't know that. So apparently it is free.
Yeah, it's just, I think it fills up fast.
Yeah, so get there early. So this weekend they've just got live music 2 till 5, starting tomorrow with the local band. But next weekend they have music on Saturday and Sunday, again 2 till 5. And the Laughing Bones will be on Sunday, and there's another band on Saturday. So live music in Arrowhead. I've never checked it out, but I'll be sure to check it out now.
For sure. And I know that there's a really fun run. I know Trisha loves it. I don't know the name of it, but the Tunnels and Bridges run bring you back from Arrowhead to Bachelor Gulch. Definitely one, you know.
I've never skied over there, but Barry, my camera off, he has made his way over from Beaver Creek Main Mountain all the way past Bachelor Gulch and over to Arrowhead to ski with his kids. And he just has great things to say about it. So I think we've got to check it out if we haven't done so already.
Absolutely.
And you know what? The gondola line just really quite filled up. There's lots of people behind me trying to catch that lift line. Opens at 9 a.m.
Incredible. Yeah, get out there on that fresh corduroy. 9 to 4 there in Beaver Creek. Charlie, thanks so much. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit before we say goodbye. But yeah, lots to enjoy in Vail, in Beaver Creek. And to get you prepped and prepared for what to wear out there, Tricia Swenson's closet is incredible. And I know that you're going to enjoy what she has to offer when it comes to winter wear.
Hey everyone, I'm Tricia Swenson with Vail Valley Live, and we're here in my closet giving you some tips on what to and what not to wear out on the slopes. Let's start with the basics, base layers. I got 2 words for you, cotton kills. So that favorite comfy sweatshirt you lounge around in a home is not gonna wick away the moisture, it's gonna keep you cold and clammy all day long. You'll want to go with fabrics that'll wick moisture away from your body so you'll stay warm and dry. Try brands like Smartwool, Icebreaker, Helly Hansen, Crimson Clover. Look for something that is antimicrobial too, which means that it takes care of the smell, which also translates into happier noses around you and less time doing laundry. Now that we're in the base layers, next up is your insulating layer. And this will depend on just how warm it is going to be that day. You might want a fleece like this one from Spider with a quarter neck zip. You may want a sweater from Smartwool, or you may want a fun little decorative piece like this one from Crimson Clover with the little gal on here. Whatever you choose, think about what you're going to be doing that day. If you're going to be just cruising, layer up. If you're doing moguls or skiing really hard, riding really hard, shed a layer. Up next, outer layers, and this is your ski or snowboard jacket, the pants to go with it, and it really depends on what the weather's going to be like that day. On a warmer day, I will probably go with more of a shell. A soft shell would be perfect, like this one from Dina Fit. Or if it's a little bit cooler, I like insulated pants like this one and a down jacket, and this is from Skea. But if you are wearing down, I'll sometimes combine that with a windstopper layer because sometimes the down doesn't stop the wind. So this is a good one from Mountain Hardwear with windstopper on it, and probably anything from Gore is going to work too. But we cannot forget about the most important part. This is your feet. You do not need to wear 2 socks. Just 1 pair of thin socks is what works best. There are lots of great brands out there these days, like Smartwool, Fit, Darn Tough, Wigwam, that are thin and made out of moisture-wicking fabric and are antimicrobial. So once again, you won't stink. Gloves or mittens? It's really just personal preference. But whatever you do, I would invest in a good pair of gloves that maybe have some Gore-Tex in them because you don't realize how much your hands sweat, and that perspiration needs to work its way out of the glove or the mitten. And Gore-Tex does a great job of keeping the elements, maybe the snow, the rain, out while letting your perspiration escape. And if your hands get really cold, maybe just get a pair of these. These are hand warmers that'll fit in your gloves and mittens. And if you really suffer from cold hands, invest in some heated gloves. Want to stay warm on the really cold days? Here's what you need. A balaclava, not baklava. That's the layered pastry dessert from the Ottoman Empire. You're going to want this. This is part neck gaiter, part hat, and it's thin enough that it fits below the helmet. Now, if you've got your hat that's chunky threads, it's got a palm on it, all that kind of stuff, your helmet is not going to fit properly. So you want to make sure that you wear something thin underneath the helmet. And speaking of helmets, this is not a graduation cap, so it doesn't fit back here. You want it to fit right above the eyebrows, and then cinch it up. Make sure you're strapped in and ready to go. Now that you have your helmet, you got to think about the goggles, and you want a goggle that's going to fit nice and snug up to the brim of the helmet. You don't want that gaper gap right between your forehead, gets that ice cream headache. So if you're buying one or the other, bring your helmet into the goggle shop or your goggles into the helmet shop so you can make sure they fit together. And when you are buying goggles, get a pair that has the exchangeable lenses. This comes with a dark lens for the sunny days and a light lens for the cloudy days. Really easy to exchange that on the fly. And finally, pack a hat in the backpack or your pocket because we all know you're gonna get helmet hair. So try this one, cute one with a nice palm from Ski Girl. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
We get out, fire it up, hook big ones. We get out and rip it. And we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew and get out and do.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart. The style to make you stand out. The looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Do you want locally grown mushrooms, microgreens, organic herbs, fruits, vegetables, honey, recipes, and more? Sign up for Nap Ranch's CSA boxes now. Feel good about supporting local farmers while nourishing your family. Go to napgardencenter.com and click CSA to sign up today.
Oh, goodness, folks. We're just having too much fun this morning. But, hey, it's already 8:30, so we're going to have to wrap things up. And we've got Sarah in Vail Village, Charlie in Beaver Creek. Sarah, there are a lot of people behind you. What's going on over there?
That's right. Gondola 1 just started turning a couple minutes ago, so everyone's making their way up the mountain. I'm here on the Los Amigos deck. They've got breakfast burritos to go. Spirits are high. It should be a really fun Saturday.
Absolutely. That line is moving fast. Incredible. And Charlie, where things are over in Beaver Creek, starting to look a little busier.
A tad busier, yes, behind me at the gondola line. The sun is so beautiful. If you can see the corduroy on the mountain, I mean, I'm going to go take a run. I am in a boot, but it feels just like a ski boot. So I'm going to go take a run.
Charlie, what have you... Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll have to figure out what you've done to your foot there. Charlie, any last tips and tricks before we go? Anything else folks need to know today?
Put your sunscreen on, folks. I have mine in my moisturizer, but wear that sunscreen. It's going to be a sunny, beautiful day. Enjoy
Absolutely.
your Saturday.
Incredible. And Sarah, any last words from you before we go?
Make sure you dress in layers. It's chilly, but it is warming up fast. That sun's going to be nice and toasty, so bring a backpack with sunscreen, like Charlie said. Stay hydrated and have a blast out there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for joining us this morning, and thank you to all of our viewers for spending your beautiful Saturday morning with us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll see you then.